All right, so real fast, I'm at the Broadacre swap meet right now here in North Las Vegas, and I have to be really careful and quiet with my camera because they've actually tried to kick me out of here before for having a camera. Now, this place here has been having problems in the past. There's a security guard right behind me with counterfeiting, and it was actually on the local news like a decade ago. We're gonna see if that's still the case so they don't kick me out. I'm just gonna be really fast with it. If you guys like this video, leave us a comment about this video. Subscribe to the channel for more local Vegas stuff, tourist related stuff, live streams, news, analysis, updates, and support our sponsors by visiting P9 Magazine over on Instagram. They're building a fashion brand for themselves with their beautiful Philippine models, like my beautiful wife Caroline, who's also Filipina, who makes these masks from VegasFaceMask.com, no S at the end. These ones here are 2 for $25. 2 for $25, no nose wire, goes around the back of your head. I heard jingling and I thought that guy was a security guard. I got all freaked out. Anyways, I'm going to talk over this video. VegasFaceMask.com. Leave us a comment, subscribe for more. I don't like getting kicked out of places. I'm Canadian to start with. We call these flea markets in Canada. It's a swap meet here. Leave us a comment. I don't want to be kicked out and ruin my day. All right, 3, 2, 1, and action.
Well, to borrow a term from one of my favorite YouTubers of all time, Lazy Game Reviews, and Clint, I will say greetings and welcome to the Broadacre swap meet in North Las Vegas. You can actually get here by taking Las Vegas Boulevard until it no longer is Las Vegas Boulevard. Well, this is the Strip, that is to say. It continues on as Las Vegas Boulevard, but it's no longer the Strip or downtown, and this is where you'll end up. As I mentioned in the preamble, we have some problems with counterfeiting and things. We're going to keep a lookout. We also have problems with people fencing products here. Let's see if that exists. But look, here's an example. A perfectly brand new pair of Filas that should retail for $80 in a store, if not $60, for $25. Looks pretty legit to me. Sign me up. I'll take 10, please. This is the kind of thing that you see at the swap meet. But you also see things that are not illegal, obviously. Little Matchbox cars and all sorts of clothing, just t-shirts that come from Mexico. A lot of this stuff is going to come in from Mexico where it gets printed up for pennies on the dollar compared to here. And you can always go in and get any kind of custom shirt you want. Really, honestly. Zacate. I don't know half the stuff that's going on with these. But if you ever want to get a pirated, bootlegged Lakers or Raiders shirt, this is your place to do it. Absolutely, it is. It was a beautiful day when we actually filmed this, too. It couldn't have been better, about 70 degrees. There were some rain clouds lingering, but nothing really. And we also have different things like health products. And most of these booths do more than one thing. Here's an example, though. If you see all the detergent and things, that's what they're looking. They're looking for people that are stealing stuff coming out of stores, I guess, in the back of trucks. And there's a big problem with that here, and we'll do a video on Patreon about that and how some of these things work. These are not counterfeit shoes, I don't believe. You can actually tell some of these are just nice shoes that have been cleaned up. And, you know, they take their magic sponge, their magic eraser sponge, and have at them. And then these face masks, these face masks, 100% synthetic materials, nothing real in them. Make sure you pick yours up from VegasFaceMask.com. No S at the end. Support the channel here. Some more shoes here. Again, these are cleaned up shoes. These shoes are not necessarily counterfeited or anything like that. We'll see some more of these kinds of things coming up. But there's a lot of Mexican Americans in this area, which is pretty cool. And as such, you're going to get different products that you might not see anywhere else. These are different beauty products and things for estheticians. Am I saying that right? Cosmetologists. Little hands that you can practice your nails on if you wanted to. Just interesting. Plus, this nice thing about this place, it is very clean. It's actually a very clean swap meet, so you're not going to find trash really all over the ground. One little aberrant piece of trash there. More hats. These hats here are, some of them are the real, like they have famous brands on them. A lot of them are just a custom embroidery, so nothing nefarious there. We have a cat next to us deciding to sing to us, if you can hear that on the microphone. More face masks, PPE, was it personal protective equipment, and phone cases galore. Not organized. I don't know what phone it fits. Maybe an iPhone, we would suspect. Android phones. They're about $15. You can honestly get better on Amazon. because you know it'll actually, fit the person you're buying it for, and there's some kind of a warranty on it. And things here don't have warranties, obviously. This is just kind of like buy your item, take your shot. Some of the more interesting sellers we're going to see in a few minutes too are people who go to storage containers. They pick up storage, Storage Wars, the scripted fake reality TV show. But then we have stuff like this coming in, and as you can see, unlicensed Nintendo products. I like that Mario though. That's some pretty cool stuff. A lot of Pokemon, a lot of licensed stuff that I'm not tuned into the pop culture to really understand enough. And then this is like anime heaven, right? Tons of Dragon Ball, Naruto, Lego stuff coming in. I have no idea if these are the real deal or if they're just really cool looking, but some of this stuff is really nice. Final Fantasy. I'm going to see if we can see something. I have to go quick with my camera here. And then these little throwing knives that are completely plastic, so don't worry. You could still put your eye out, kid, but nothing serious there. And this little area is brand new to it. This is the Himalaya. I'm trying to figure out, we got Michael Jackson, Gene Simmons, Elvis Presley, and I think Yanni? Was that Yanni on the left-hand side? Tell me in the comments below. But this is a little fairway that they made in the middle, and I think this is a response to the fact that they have less vendors now than they did. Of course, this was shut down like everything else during COVID times, but you would imagine that this should be one of the first places that could open, and it did. The admission to get into here is cheap. I think it's $2 a person. They only accept cash and no bills over 20. But this little area here with all these little amusement rides is something brand new. They're going to cost $5, $10 to ride. But good for the kids if you're coming in, and it's an outdoor activity with lots of walking as well. And coming down, we got cowboy hats, Mexican cowboy hats, American cowboy hats, and of course, a lot of sweets from Mexico too. And if you've never been here, and if you're not from the Southwest United States, I highly recommend you make the trip. You could take the bus or an Uber or Lyft or rent a car. Some of these things are really good. Some of them have chili. It's just a Mexican thing. They put chili and lime on things. It's their palates. It's their taste. The Nightmare Before Christmas, Vegas Golden Knights, Lakers, Chiefs, Angels, Raiders, ponchos. Ponchos, those are not licensed products, but they look really great. They look really great here. Coming down, this is only half of it, by the way. This video could have easily been several times longer than it actually is. A lot of socks, and they're cheap. $5 for a giant pack of socks. I mean, are they the best socks? No, but they're socks, and guys go through them. Luchadores masks, moccasins. These, I think, are handmade, imported. Domino agrees, if you can hear him in the background. And of course, yes, they sell alcohol here as well. They have beer, they have wine, they have all sorts of spirits. And in the middle, you'll see it in a few minutes, they actually have a bandstand coming about. And so it's not incredibly busy. I mean, we went on a Saturday morning, I believe it was. I figured it would be busier than it was, but not necessarily busier than it was. A lot of outdoor cooking accessories, grills, paper plates. If you need your paper plates, we have you. Your styrofoam plates. And then I walked into here, and the guy was kind of paying attention to me. A lot of licensed stuff in here. Okay. A lot of bootleg Sin City licensed stuff coming around, of course. But yeah, these are not going to be the nicest hats. You guys have been great sending me hats, and everybody sent me something that was, expensive off the shelf from Lids. None of those are necessarily very good. They all have the the little plastic straps in the back, and they're not the real deal. They're not New Era. They're not, I was almost going to say starter, but I'd be showing my age. Does anybody remember starter hats? Because I do. That was the thing back in the day. You get your starter hat, your starter jacket. Starter even made NHL hockey sweaters at one point. It was a big deal. Now they're not a big deal, obviously. New Era and all that stuff. Anyway, moving on. We have a lot of religious stuff here. Photos of the Last Supper on the left. Catholicism, Mexican-American culture. Some really cool artwork. The Joker and everything over here. Now, I know my camera is a little bit quick on this, and the next one we do like this will be better, slower. Power tools, used power tools. Just a little hint buying those. They might work when you buy them. You bring them home and they start to smoke. I had that buying from a pawn shop once. And pawn shops are quote-unquote legitimate, but empty stalls here, which is surprising. And then we get over to the area where people are basically just taking their yard sale or their garage sale to the swap meet. And what's interesting about this place too is we learned that regardless if you're just bringing your stuff out of your garage to set up here or you're having a permanent booth year round, the rules are simple. You're allowed to go in Friday morning and set things up, and then when they close, you're closed on Sunday. You got to pull it all out. Everything has to be taken away. These Dodgers sweaters actually look pretty legit. And I want a tomatoes. I don't. Is that a little tomato? I love it. I love it. And we got Raiders, of course, baseball jerseys as well. So you can get some really unique stuff here. And then there's furniture sellers that set up out here. They're selling brand new furniture, which is nice to see as well. So you can get some great deals out here. You're actually only about a 5-minute drive from the hotel furniture place that sells the hotel stuff that gets liquidated when they do renovations on hotels. I recommend those because they're highly built. They're built like a brick. Hotel furniture lasts forever. Lots of plants, which Caroline loves. You can get different plants here. Produce coming in from Southern California. Amazing produce, I have to say. Some of the freshest stuff you'll get is out here, and the prices are absolutely great. And then we go back to our amusement park rides. Welcome to what does it say? Fabulous Tilt-A-Whirl, Nevada. Tilt-A-Whirl, Nevada, where you'll be sick 365 days a year. That is the slowest Tilt-A-Whirl I've seen. I don't know if they were faster when I was a kid or what the deal was, but I remember them being way quicker. Security alert. We do not want to get caught by security as we go through. This is actually a liquidator store, and they have the biggest tent, one of them in here, and you can see all sorts of kitchen supplies, all basically brand new or new old stock, as they say in the retro community for technology, just old stuff that's still in a box that's never been opened before that they don't sell anymore, new old stock. And then we have our bandstand, and a lot of music. I don't know Mexican music as well, but they were doing some 80s stuff too that was all in English. We have our bandstand out here. I'm trying to walk away from the camera, from the security guards, point the camera away. The Bandstand Cafe behind us sells all sorts of different things. You can get food and beer and alcohol. The one thing that's negative about this place is they got rid of, they have like 50 different portable bathrooms and only one was open, which is disgusting for the ladies. You have to have consideration for them. But that is a tour of the Broad Acres swap meet out here. This is where there is a ton of security, by the way. So out here I'm getting all nervous. I don't want them to confiscate or tell me to leave and delete my stuff. And you can see why. I mean, we have tons of sellers selling just about anything. And you never know what you're going to find at this place. And it's a new thing every time you go. So should you go, and how do you get there? Take a bus straight north on Las Vegas Boulevard towards Nellis and get off. It's in North Las Vegas. Go there, and probably if you're a tourist, don't bring your valuable stuff after dark because it has a tendency to be a rougher neighborhood. But it's a nice area with lots of hardworking, good people. And I hope you guys enjoyed the tour. Like, share, subscribe, hit the channel bell, vegasfacemask.com. Support the channel. We'll get you guys in another one. Thanks.